time to re-up YouTube. So the sun is yellow, the grass is green, the earth is round, and Ben Simmons still is not shooting the ball. What else is new? The Nets have been going through a really rough patch in week 1. They are currently 1-4 and obviously are not in the playoff hunt, but you know, it's only 5 games. But the biggest part, despite their 1-4 record, despite the fact that KD demanded a trade in the offseason, the biggest story of their year right now is Ben Simmons. Talk about a disappointing player, shocker, it's Ben Simmons. I mean, when you talk about a guy that just refuses to get better, is lazy, and just taking advantage of the athletic gifts that God gave him, Ben Simmons fits that mold perfectly. This season, he is literally looking like the athletic Draymond Green that I have always told you guys that he is. But this time, instead of at least giving us double-digit points of around 16, 8, and 8 like he did in Philadelphia, he's actually giving us the Draymond Green stat line right now. As in their 1-4 stretch so far this season, Ben Simmons is averaging 6 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists, along with the steal on 44% shooting from the field. That's nasty work. And at the free throw line, he's also shooting 40%. So he still can't make free throws to save his life, and this time it's at a career low.
But hey, Mustard though, he's here for defense, dog. He's here to save the Nets defense, bro. That's what he's there for. Even if he's not scoring, at least he's defending, right?
Well, no, he's getting cooked by everybody. Siakam cooked him. Luka cooked him. Giannis just disrespected him a couple of days ago and said he's too little. And look, if you want to say those are the best players in the league, fine, have at it. I still think Simmons is a plus defensively, despite the on-off numbers showing that they're actually better defensively without him, and they're better offensively, which is no shocker when he's off the court. But I will at least say that he does give them some much needed defensive versatility and some defensive effort, because obviously, no shocker, they don't play much defense. But the problem is, you have to trade off so much when Ben Simmons is on the court offensively. We just saw last night against the Mavs where he airballed a layup. Come on, man. It wasn't like that shit was heavily contested anyways. He just completely airballed it, didn't come close. You are 6'10" and you're airballing layups, my guy? Oh my God, embarrassing. Nasty work, Ben. And the thing that's so frustrating about this is that we all know Ben Simmons had potential that was wasted, but this is another level of wasted potential. We're talking about a guy that's afraid to take layups because he's afraid of being fouled. And then on top of that, when he gets to the free throw line, you're shooting 40% on 2 attempts. Bruh, you should be getting to the free throw line at least 7 to 8 times a game because you should be getting rim pressure. That's something that the Nets need desperately. We talked all offseason on my podcast about how KD doesn't get to the rim as much, and even though Kyrie gets rim pressure, let's be real, Kyrie cannot be your only source of that. And the fact that Ben Simmons, with all of his athletic gifts, he's 6'10", and the only place that you're a threat, or at least a perceived threat to some people, is at the rim. But yet you can't take advantage of the spacing that you have playing with 2 of the best shooters of all time in KD and Kyrie. But yet I gotta hear Nets fans say,
bro, Seth Curry is coming back. Joe Harris just came back for his first game, dog. TJ Warren's gonna step up too. Remember what he was doing in the bubble?
Man, miss me with that shit. Ben is who he is, and that's just not gonna change. He is clearly psychologically broken. He is afraid of actually scoring because he's afraid of going to the free throw line. And I also tried to tell people that hernia, it probably hurt his career a lot more than we remember. Because let's not forget, Dwight Howard's career essentially ended due to a hernia around this stage of his career at this age. Simmons has had his fair share of injuries. In the bubble, he didn't play due to an injury, and he missed his entire rookie season due to a foot injury. So it's safe to say that these injuries probably had a wear and tear on his body and just reduced his athleticism by a tiny bit. And that tiny bit looks a lot more noticeable because the man has no real skill to his game. And yeah, I'm gonna go there. We talk about guys like Giannis not having skill. No, Ben Simmons is the one that has no skill. And I say that obviously a little bit loose because he is a good passer still, but I'm sorry, this man has no offensive skill set at all as far as scoring the ball. He doesn't even try to make layups. That is inexcusable. And when you watch Ben Simmons, he doesn't even show a lot of effort. effort. Sometimes he'll set screens here and there off the ball, but primarily he just sits at the dunker. He doesn't even try to box out to get boards. What kind of effort is that? You would think on a team like this that has two of the greatest shooters of all time and two of the best players in our league that he would at least show effort, whether it's defensively, offensively when he doesn't have the ball, trying to cut, set screens, catch lobs, but no, he doesn't do any of that. That shows laziness, and that shows he truly doesn't care as long as he just gets by and makes his money. We just saw in the last game against the Mavs where Ben Simmons didn't want to take a layup because he said, hey man, KD's coming right there, but guess what Kyrie was saying after he passed him the ball? Ben, shoot it!
Now Irving sees a seam, drops it off, Simmons did.
It truly is crazy to me the amount of excuses people are gonna give him, but hey, it's only been 5 games, right? Let's wait until 15 games when the Nets are 5 and 10, and Ben Simmons, instead of averaging 5, 6, and 8, he's averaging 8, 6, and 8. Oh, it's gonna get so much better then. I'm truly at the point where now I'm starting to question, is Ben Simmons a bust? Honestly, this is a guy that was compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron James coming out of the draft, but now he's literally looking like an athletic Draymond. And honestly, that's actually disrespectful to Draymond right now because he's averaging more points on better efficiency than Ben Simmons. Oh my God, how can you be Ben Simmons with all those gifts athletically? You're playing with KD and Kyrie and you're less efficient, averaging less points than Draymond Green. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. Number 1 overall pick, guys. Number 1 overall pick. Look, I truly do hope Ben Simmons gets it together because I actually like Ben Simmons. I wanted him to be a great player a couple of years ago. If you guys remember, I made a video when he got traded to the Nets and I said, man, the Nets are about to get the best version of Ben Simmons because I thought he fit perfectly on that roster, but unfortunately he didn't play throughout the remainder of the season last year because he hurt his back from sitting too much on the bench doing a bunch of nothing. I mean, I've already given up on the fact that Ben Simmons is ever going to become a decent shooter or even someone like a Giannis that at least tries to shoot the ball, but the fact that he's not even trying to take layups because he's afraid of getting fouled and sent to the free throw line just shows his mentality. It's just not there. He's psychologically broken because he looks physically great. He has his body form right. He doesn't look out of shape, but what's out of shape is not his physical, it's his mental. The guy is afraid, genuinely afraid to score. And then on top of that, one thing about his defense that's been annoying is that he's been fouling so much. The guy is averaging more fouls a game than shots made. That is embarrassing, Ben. Whether it's Ja baiting him or Luka baiting him or Siakam baiting him, this guy can't stop fouling. So even his defense that the Nets said was going to be like generational for them and make them from one of the worst defensive teams to one of the best or something apparently, because hey, that's what I was hearing, Nets fans. Ben Simmons was gonna be the key to y'all's prayers defensively. Well, guess what? It looks like that shit isn't happening anytime soon. This guy is a generational role player. He's an athletic Draymond. He's Michael Carter Williams with Hall of Fame dimer. He is a 6'10" Rajon Rondo, but yet he was supposed to be the Giannis stopper. Well, that's dead now. He was supposed to be the one to carry their defense, and so far, it doesn't look like that's happening. I'm so sick of us giving expectations to this dude because it seems like his best trait isn't anything on the court. It actually has to do with him letting us down and being a disappointment because that's all he's been throughout his entire career. This year, no different. But hey, those are just my thoughts about Ben Simmons. My goodness, the most disappointing player in the league. He's not even a star anymore, not an all-star anymore. That stuff is finished. I don't want to hear it. You guys let me know your opinions down below in the comment section though, because I really want to know, what does Ben Simmons really do? Let me know down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell for post notifications. This is your boy Young Mustard signing out. Y'all stay safe and have a blessed day. Peace.